Namaskar. This presentation is about square root. That square root of 1 can be 1 and can be minus 1. And how it matters to say this, we go for this magic called square root magic. So we see that we can make any two values equal. So we consider x and y and start with product of x and y is equal to xy. Then multiply with minus 1, add 0, and 0 is replaced by null expression x square minus x square on the left side and y square minus y square on the right side. And then by some sorting we get x square minus x into x plus y is equal to y square minus y into x plus y. This last expression is modified through the addition of quarter x plus y square. Now the expression on left side is the square of x minus half x plus y, and right side is the square of y minus half x plus y. On taking square root, we get x minus half x plus y is equal to y minus half x plus y. Then cancelling half x plus y both sides, we get x is equal to y. Same thing in arithmetic. We consider as an example, we have to prove 3 is equal to 5. We can start with minus 15 is equal to minus 15. And then use 0 and null expression 3 square minus 9 on left side and 5 square minus 25 on right side. Then after completing square with the addition of 4 square, we get 3 minus 4 square is equal to 5 minus 4 square. And if we could cancel this square, then we get 3 minus 4 is equal to 5 minus 4. Cancelling 4, we get 3 is equal to 5. So if this is true, then whole mathematics will collapse. So there must be some big blunder. So we note that from 3 minus 4 square is equal to 5 minus 4 square, we can't cancel square root to get 3 minus 4 is equal to 5 minus 4. But we get the absolute values. 3 minus 4 mod is equal to 5 minus 4 mod. So that 4 minus 3 is equal to 1 is equal to 5 minus 4. In case of variable form, square root of x square by square both equal may not get x is equal to y. It may be x is equal to minus y. So in the expression 1 as 1 square and minus 1 square, if we could apply a square root, we will get square root 1 is equal to 1 equal to minus 1, which is contradiction. So either square root 1 can be 1 or it can be minus 1. Now the question arises when the square root 1 is 1 and when it is minus 1. We have to say this in this presentation. So any number, any value can be placed in the complex plane xy plane as a point. And in the polar form, a non-zero value can be written as mod z exponential iota theta, where mod z is magnitude and theta is called argument, which measures angle anti-clockwise from the positive x-axis. This form can be generalized as z is equal to mod z exponential iota theta, that is equal to mod z exponential iota theta plus 2n pi, because exponential iota 2n pi is equal to 1. On applying square root, we get two value of square root z, plus and minus mod z square root exponential iota theta by 2, because exponential iota n pi will be 1 for n even and minus 1 for n odd. So for one value of z, we are getting two values of square root z. So square root z is called multiple valued function. Now consider the number or value 1 in complex plane. So it will be a point on the real line. So we have to place 1 on the real line on the x-axis, this line with thickness 0. And here we see that x is equal to 1, y is equal to 0. But in any continuum, that is the continuous field with measurable properties, 0 never exists. Any value smaller than the smallest measurable value is considered 0. Now we are to place 1 on the line with width 0. So point on the line with width 0. So this point will be either above the line or below the line. So you can understand it better if we consider a table, rectangular plane surface, and we fix a wire stretched across on this table as a straight line, and we try to place some ball bearing or say playing marble on this wire, and we see that ball will slip to either side of the wire. Mathematically, it is like approaching one, but not along the real line, but perpendicular direction to it. That means one is approached through the upper half plane or through the lower half plane decided by the x-axis. Now, when the value 1 is above the x-axis, so we see that theta will be approaching 0. So in that case, square root z will be approaching to 1 for z is equal to 1. In the other case, when we find this value 1 under the x-axis, so we see that theta is argument is near to 2 pi, approaching 2 pi. So in that case, square root z or square root 1 will be approaching to -1. So it is about approaching 1 as limit epsilon tend to 0, 1 plus iota epsilon. If approach is through the upper half plane, that means epsilon is smaller positive value, it gets square root 1 is equal to 1. And if we approach 1 through the lower half plane, that means epsilon negative, small value, it gets square root 1 is equal to -1. Thank you so much for your time.